Oh, I'm live. Alright, this is gonna be a long, long stream. I love this game. It's a great game. It's a very good game. But I'm gonna be playing through it fast because I don't know. Oh.
Oh, it's still raining outside. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Rainwater, rainwater. What? Ooh. This is fun. Bro, I'm having some issues. I'm too stupid to do this. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh no. Did I hit that? No. Oh, it's working now, boys. I'm coming in supersonic. Where you at? Oh no. Oh, my friend.
Holmes! Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. Gentleman by the name of Peter Carey.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Give
I...
Pete the...
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Over to Woodman's Lee. Alright,
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
alright, oh, he's up here, he's up here.
It
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here.
I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
These are always fun. I'm pretty sure I remember most of these. Next one is gonna be her. I forgot. This birdhouse. Birdhouse. Perfect.
It is
It's,
true. There is a lot of work,
God's
but
enough.
my husband took care of it himself.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
How extraordinary. I don't know.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk. Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh, dear. Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy this game quite a bit, and I don't know how to save in it, which is funny because I think if I like this
door-
game enough, but I genuinely don't know how to save.
hello.
It's weird.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me... These scraps.
I swear these scraps... Well,
So someone came here to try and open the door, but they had the wrong tool and scratched up the door.
What a terrible way to die. This place is not covered with... An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. Peter carried... Oh. Harpoons for hunting whales.
Ship logs.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
Tobacco pouch. This thing is gonna be pretty important later. Love this part. Gotta do a just right. Ooh, that's not just right. That's just right. Look how satisfying this is. Man.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco. The initials P.
Yeah.
Ra. It seemed that Captain... The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. The weapon... This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite... Peter Carey was full... J... These abbreviations...
Alright.
This wouldn't... This Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. Peter Carey...
Alright. Just make sure everything is looked at. Again, I played through this before, so I should be able to just...
It's a whale.
Whaling. A whaling map, actually.
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Let's look at these footprints again. Let me give you a hint, okay? These boots don't match.
These boots.
Have you finished?
Alright, yeah, let's go up here and what is it? Oh, am I finding something in there? I suppose I am. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. I always forget that.
Mr. Holmes?
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Am I still I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, no, it looks like we got everything. No? What am I, Oh, I know. Okay, I'm a little stupid. We gotta talk to her.
Is this...
I'm not sure. It might be that he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your...
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Alright, that should be it. Right back here. What? Okay,
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
do you want me to put... Oh, yeah, I gotta put these together. Just kind of, put these together. Okay, this is so make an ambush.
Some...
Well,
Knife.
and what?
Because... It is very
Ah,
We sh-
We're gonna hop on back here.
This...
The first three? Is the third one the bathhouse? I forget. The bathhouse one is a long one. Long, and the last part of it is not very fun. Like a big puzzle room, and well,
Shh. Did you hear that?
yeah.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came...
What do you...
It's just a whole bunch of, they just take him down to the station. He's nothing really important about that.
These are the note. These abbreviations. A handkerchief. From to my and Part Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
My PC tends to run hot with this game for some reason. I don't even know why.
What do the...
Oh no, I beg.
But I will.
See if I can do this in one continuous motion. Bam. Perfect.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring...
Oh, but
The jacket you are... Furthermore... Well, I will see you soon.
please let me go. I'm in a...
Did I forget something?
What am I doing here? I've done...
And, not to be a usual thief. Watson. Okay. I guess we're going to Baker Street? It's weird because for this one case, oh yeah, no, he stayed back because he had cleaned up. Yeah, no, all the other cases, Watson tags along, and it's so annoying trying to deal with him. He always gets in your way.
A spot of...
So, you want to throw a harpoon
No.
at a pig?
Thank goodness for that.
You know,
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
What?
basically just like I need to replicate the harpoon going through the dude. So let's throw one through a pig. And to get the most accuracy possible, we're gonna use
That should do it.
one of his harpoons. Just for maximum accuracy.
Well, Holmes, you should aim for the harpoon has struck.
How many times can I miss? I'm not gonna do that.
Holmes.
There.
This is the best pot.
If it was luck, then it was.
Well,
Of course.
There's something else actually. Wait, I think there's something else in my deductions, maybe? No. Okay. Let's go back to Woodman's Lee. I think we may be able to talk to her, but I'm not sure. No. Okay. What is my next task, John Elligan? Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, okay. Baker Street.
here it is. Now I be...
Alright, John Nelligan.
I have...
You're in big trouble, young man.
Interesting.
Alright.
This is the crew list. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for Canadian Pacific. There are 3 ways of discovering.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing.
Oh. Oh, yeah, no, oh my god. Keep doing that, I keep doing that, I keep fucking that up. This is just mighty unfortunate. Mighty indeed.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard.
I think.
I
And
Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Miss
Wiggins.
Big Oliver.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now. Well, yeah, of
Nice,
course.
got
It's in
Hurtley
the
was
evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking. These are the... Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told...
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley.
Well,
Oh, he's here. He's arrived. He has no arm.
Dirty hands.
that's all for now.
This... I remember what to do with this now. Okay.
These are the... I wonder... Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have...
Let's go back to Baker Street first, because we can do more stuff there.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain...
Alright, so
First,
I never was able to get this. But we're gonna give it a shot. We are going to give it a shiggity shot.
No, something isn't right.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. How is this even a thing? Like, there's only... I don't know.
I need to...
Like, there's only... 6. This requires 8 each time you... This requires 3 more every time you do a blue. So you take away these 2 blue, there's only 5 left. It's not possible. I have no idea. Okay, let's do a blue. Okay. Then... Actually, then do a green. Then do another blue. Oh. Oh. See, I take it. I think I take it back. Maybe I take it back. Oh,
Done.
wow.
Now I can proceed
The
further.
amount of attempts I took the first time I tried that before, I didn't
Let
even,
us
I
see
never
if the
finished
content
it,
of this...
but I guess works now.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Yes. Let's go back to Woodman's Lee quickly. And just put down those boots.
These boots.
know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Please escort this suspect.
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
This. Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
You're a gardener.
Because you...
I'm not. How did you...
I observe... But...
All right. Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry.
Well...
That's all for now. Hurtley's story.
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume...
Yes.
That's all for now. Well...
Okay, I know I should have gone. Why didn't I go to Woodman's Lee? I think I'm bakery because. Why did I come here? Go Woodman's Lee. Because it's this, then it's Cairns, then it's the case. And then it's the railroad one. The railroad one isn't difficult, it's just a lot of bouncing back and forth. There's a lot of locations in that one.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
I exited that just before.
Let us see what is in this box.
I mean, after doing this one, all the other ones later in the game seems so much easier. So these are basically just love letters between Hurtley, the guy who we were interrogating who didn't say anything, and this chick.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs.
My letter?
Why?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Wiggins works fast. I have faith.
Mr. Holmes, we found...
Alright, this part is...
This man is a...
It's the only harpooner that's alive.
Wiggins, could you gather some info... We could.
Alright. Gotta go there. Oh, I have to... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is, haha.
Alright, once someone dies, leaving anyways.
If I wish to...
Have to dress up as a sailor. Kinda gay if you ask me, but...
Now I can approach Cairns and...
This bit is interesting. Cause I could, I think, close the case right now if I wanted to. Like if I do this, or wait, if I did this. That. Did this. Did this. Oh, no, okay. I can't do that yet, never mind. I have to do this. This part's fun anyways. Look at Zach's accent. Look at this.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
This is not easy. I mean, for a detective, I mean, come on. Talk about, like, strong. Right. Come on, Sherlock. Alright, get that salmon back up. He's gonna push. That's not good. Alright, push you back. See, the trick in this, it's basically not use restraint. It's not gonna help. It doesn't help. It doesn't really do anything. Push! Ya measly dog. Push! Final push! Gotcha. Alright. Bam.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again. I'm fine.
Let's do this. Push. You gotta get the advantage right away when you still have full stamina. Use a decent amount of your stamina when you're pushing against his push, because it's not like you're gonna need it afterwards, right? You're gonna get it back afterwards from resting, because he's not pushing, so you can rest. The only time he's gonna gain is when he's pushing like this, and that when it's just like neutral like that, he's not really doing much. He's gonna push back. He's neutral right now. Of course, when he's weak like that, when his eyes open a little bit more, you can just go to town because you have the stamina that you used while he was neutral.
Well, good for you. I good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a. You're a good type. See,
Not all that.
oh,
Let's do real quick, kind of look at good old Peter Cairns. Oh no. Okay, Sailor Tattoo. This conversation's boring. Let's just say he doesn't like Black Peter. Black Peter threw over Nelligan's dad while they were at sea.
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
Oh.
Okay. Carefully.
Here it is.
Down.
I'm done here. It's time.
Alright, now we have. This means he was here. But I don't think he did it. I think in the end. I think if he was retrieving his notebook, because he knows his notebook. And I think Hurtley is the initiator. That is my moral choice. So they both did it, but Hurley kind of coerced Nelligan into doing it. Hurley was kind of like the lead of the whole thing. He was the big man, you know.
The case is so. There are 2 culprits.
What? Gentlemen, we know every...
But I just...
It's him. Well, it all seems very clear, don't you think, Mr. Holmes?
Both are guilty of.
It's ridiculous.
You want.
You'll explain that to the judge.
The case is.
Alright, I am going to be back in a few minutes. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. Alright, I got myself an orange.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Hmm.
As your friend, fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help.
A merry man.
Sherlock, do
help
please
with the
think
neighbors.
about it.
But I'm on
They are
vacation,
planning something
so
diabolical. Your
this problem.
country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watt, You're in the Sherlock.
Watson, I'll hold.
One nice visit to the country later.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow. Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
I love the soundtrack in this game, honestly.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item. Possible. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track. Nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
I think we should meet this Miss. Here is the.
Alright. But the conductor or the train master, where it is here.
Good.
Well, however,
I would be.
But of course.
According to the train composition report, There was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
See you later, my good man.
One sec. Okay.
This map. This part is probably from a locomotive. This part, an old This place serves as a storage area for the station.
Okay. What is carried? Okay.
Was there anything?
What do you mean? Oh, but now there was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train...
That is?
Of course, it's a sub...
See you later, my good man. Railway post bags.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
That looks exactly like John Nelligan.
Please.
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes. I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall...
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir. Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir. It is priceless. It could change the... I do not know if I...
Mr. Rob...
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. But...
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot!
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers...
Right now we don't have much clues.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram.
Do not... Station Master...
Indeed. I've no idea why. They stayed here the whole night. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
I did. And I...
What was it? Confidential...
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you...
First, and then...
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed...
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not. The insurance policy for Robinson's machine.
Don't touch anything, please.
Alright, well...
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh,
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize.
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype, and this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do it.
I'll do it.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should...
Let's go do the grip sack.
This...
Man,
I think we should open
one
it, Holmes.
person watching.
This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Interesting.
Of course.
Very intriguing. It works.
Look, Watson. A bundle of contracts. Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robin. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from...
Actually... Okay, let's we need to go Chesterfield.
How could he fall asleep at... Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that...
By his... Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now.
My friend means that...
All right. So I was drunk.
Holmes.
It will not...
I had...
A telegraph. A fishing advertisement. Lock. There is no sense in asking the station.
It's an easy lock.
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine. These bottles are too expensive.
Shameful.
These two. You have quite a number of...
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
Big one.
A handcuff. Interesting. Watson, please tell me.
Of course.
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
So,
doesn't look much.
be patient. Try using your...
I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna be back in about 5 minutes.
We need... I need...
Oh. What? What's it asking?
I need something long.
Oh. There. There it is.
Home.
It is elemental. The fire extinguisher. Now let... First of all, the steam whistle. Watson, I do believe that the criminal mind can be...
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, or the...
Huh, I see.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly. Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station. The switch. Mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Here are the mines homes. They appear to be abandoned.
The distance between the tracks is about 4 feet 8 inches.
Why he use them?
A lightly low... There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely surprised.
It's difficult to follow.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
My aim's a little... It's been a while since Afghanistan.
Dynamite.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled. This box must be the safe. Let's open it. The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Oh, you should go to Doncaster. Use your telegraph.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
A funny character. He looks...
And he is... This scent is... A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station. This ashtray is full. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one. A telegraph. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham. But I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper.
Did any passengers?
No.
There was a gentleman of
What?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the Watson. It seems that both...
The man at Doncaster who flared our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should... This postbag belongs to the station master. The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Alright, just keep... Just talk to that Mexican dude.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
See, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros. Where did you arrive yesterday? They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived.
I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense. Okay. Oh. Inspect the beach.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster Station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. An This place was... Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached. A label with the name Las Zarpas. These traces were made. The distance between the vehicle.
I swear to God.
The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. Here it is.
to Evesham. Evesham or Evesham? I'm not sure.
There was a bit...
But I don't know.
It was... traces. The vehicle... These traces... The trace... This road should lead to the town of Evesham. See you later, my good man.
That's what I did the first time.
Then the case is...
Well, the problem we have there is that our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were trapped under the collapsed mines, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But...
Well, the case is...
Right away.
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalist will be here before you know it.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Look at the same right here.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
I missed something. Is that wrong again? How is that? I don't know. I don't know if that means anything. But we're gonna keep going. I missed a thing of evidence, but before I was never able to find it. Alright, okay, bloodbath. This one is not very fun. I'll be honest. But I mean, you know, it's interesting.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and Datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the Chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder, the body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry. Yes, the manager of the Bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room? Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events. Everything that...
Very... I may...
There were...
Yes,
What happened?
You... Sir... These baths are becoming sinister.
These clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive. An ice bucket to keep the champagne.
I gotta keep looking through this.
Unopened.
Lord, Holmes.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon.
Actually, wait. You know what I should do? Oh, wait. You should make this red. Let me change it on my PC too. There. You know what? Even this one could have fire, I'd say. Yeah, really fits the theme, you know? Actually, let me close my door too. That door's not closing. One sec. What the fuck?
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. Some dirt. Some dirt.
The death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous, do you know that?
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead.
One lens is... These lenses... The brazier is still burning.
So let me activate that
The brazier.
just to make sure.
I will...
Okay, so I go over there and it doesn't let me. I'll be annoyed.
The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr.
None, Lestrade. This area. I will need tools. A shape.
And you just put that in your back pocket there, yeah. Yeah, bud.
Archaeological. Glass plate. It is a glass. A glass plate negative is missing.
Uh-oh, watch out, watch out, uh-oh.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones...
It does not matter.
is hard. Is what the hell? Jesus Christ.
I should analyze this melted metal. Pyrite. Up. Selenite. White. Interesting. Now. The sample of... Let us analyze. This blood has... Let us see what is it. Let us... Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a... It appears... If it is... Let us compare... If it changes... The reaction is the same red... That is not... That is not... Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw the...
Alright, let's head to Scotland Yard. Talk to these guys.
This... Any...
Why on...
A very... A hand... Rodney... The last we must find... To begin with.
Got a big head. There. Perfect.
And then...
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
An old... An old... When Garrett... A file...
It's the...
An embro... A file... Sir Gregor...
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems. The coroner observed no stab, an unusual wound.
The bruising is... Some light... They were caused by a rope.
Oh, this.
A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Something I was missing down near his arm. No. Oh.
What is your... What? You...
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow. What?
It was like, and he...
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry.
Do you need... Please try...
The room was so hot.
But you...
I saw the knife. He
saw...
Everything.
Had Sir...
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
This is...
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather Please escort Good day to you. Would you...
No.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir...
Yes. But since...
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No, then...
What can...
Will you always look... I will keep an eye on him because I'm...
Please... Good day. You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us in...
Please tell me what happened this morning. What did you see? What?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No. But I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Did you bring...
wanted it based off of what I had picked before.
Now we have two maps. Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map. This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here? This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
This is all about how the followers of Midas, whatever the fuck their name is, the god's name is, Mithras. It's like a cult, and the ultimate prize is the golden knife. Find the golden knife, you will be worthy. That's the general jizzy jazz of it. And all of this is just about that archaeological research. It's nothing, you know, super duper interesting.
Vulcan, the Cyclops. Excavating. I don't need the ropes for now. This wall was covered with mud.
I mean, you know I gotta do it. You know I gotta do it. Make this one tiny. Oh geez, real tiny. Oop. Yeah.
I can see now. frigidarium.
Ooh, I need to go back to the bath and talk to the guy about the key. Crucial step. Not really, but you know, kind of.
Mr. Holmes, we've cleared the corridor.
Thank you.
No, sir, I did not.
You...
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on...
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention.
No, I'm not.
Do you believe that
certain
it's important?
There's a fucking bottle of champagne. I'm absolutely retarded to the point where I don't even know what I'm saying. Good mic check.
There are 12...
Right, I'm skipping this.
I will count...
Should I... I know, I tried this before. Oh my gosh. That would do that. No? We're gonna skip this.
It is a mold, and it is... The mold is... So Rod... He seemed unafraid. Half a glass... Now let us...
This knife is very...
You should not leap.
I actually, with what I'm doing, I don't actually need to
Let
do
us try.
this part. But I may as well.
It will take a minute to melt the silver with my gas burner. Done. Now... The mold is hot. I should wait for it to cool down.
Oh, for the mold.
Done. Now I can proceed further. A homemade silver knife. Excellent.
It was
Let's also go to Scotland Yard. Talk about the book. All three of them. That's also important.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Please. The paintings in the baths are focused.
Yes, they are. Here.
Gallo. It's gonna have a bit of a different reaction.
Please.
Alright, let's head back to the bath.
Perhaps I could find some. I should look. A hidden. A sim. We got to work. Okay. Let's see. A hidden symbol.
The last one.
Now I have all the clues to help me find where these symbols are leading. All I need is imagination.
This one, it's pretty easy, to be fair.
The signs are pointing.
That one.
What is this place?
I am unsure. A broken. How very.
Why would so...
a sack of crude salt. Mithras, the god.
What's he the god of?
Mithras, the god, clothed in Anatolian costume, and this fresco resembles either a ladder or a...
Guess this is for something later on. I know what this is for. A little maze that you have to go through. It's interesting.
Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. Mummified bodies.
Stood for everyone.
The fire. The pillar collapsed. That it was this. It is the shadows show us the way. This the gap. We should. Neptune. It is a statue of Minerva. I should use. This railway is used to remove those. This one is. This one. The bridge is ready.
Yeah, no.
I am not sure. We had better be careful.
This part, let me tell you. Let me tell you. It's not very.
Which way should we go, Holmes?
There ought to be some.
Gonna go straight forward. I think that's the first way. If I remember all this correctly. I think the Beatles next. Not sure about that. Beetle. Nope. It's the helmet. Nope. Alright. 0 for 2. This will be it then. Alright. So I'll have different weights to them. I think it's... Oh, no. It's this and this. That stays on there. It's this. This. There we go. And let's go helmet. Let's try that, see how that works. Yep. Then I think it is dildo looking thing. like that whispering. That makes me really uneasy. Oh my god. This wizard looking thing. Bada bang, bada boom. This game can get creepy sometimes.
It's the golden knife. But how to get it?
Right, this part, what I was not looking forward to. It's actually not too difficult once you understand the mechanisms. So I'm gonna do this. That's gonna open that. Now Mr.
Watson, I need-
Watson here. Gonna pop into here and open that. That's gonna open the door next to me. I'm just gonna have 3 levers. Oh shit. I didn't switch. Pop Scooty Dee up in here. Okay, then I do the middle. Yes. Let's get Watson up here, back out to open. Then I do, if I'm correct, the far one. Nope, that's when we exit. Have to do this one. No. Watson, please go Bucks. There's one of two. What one is that? This is the one I need. This has these two. What this one does is, I hope I put it. That's gonna let me leave. Pop this one open. Bam. We got the golden knife. Now then, we gotta get out of here. But,
This lamp is not open.
No, I do not think so.
yeah.
The golden knife of Mithras. A long-lost relic has resurfaced. Watson, it is time to... Excellent. Now,
Okay. So I'm basically just gonna redo the last couple of steps. No, that's the wrong step. So, do this and open that. See, I could easily climb these. Like, it doesn't seem that difficult to just like climb on top. Of course, the one to the golden knife. So I guess you need to do this. I don't know. All this kind of seems unnecessary. This one. Might be. Yes, this is the right one. Hibbity, 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 stop, hop. Wrong one again. This far one, for feck's sakes. Don't seem very light. These guys' arms are probably hella sore. Okay, Watson, I'll just leave you here. I'm not gonna do that though. I want it to be the ice, because frankly, I think Garrow, although I think he did it, I don't think he would have been wealthy enough to necessarily have the silver to make the knife. Garrow, knowing he needed to succeed, just in his mind, decided to go with ice. You know, more difficult, probably, but more reliable that it would disappear, which is Sherlock Holmes. So of course I found out about it, but you know, I don't know. She's more like a Garrow type of thing.
Done. Thank you, Watson. Now I must... Sir Rodney. Another archaeologist. Ice. Salt. Ice. Ice cream. Salt. Ice. Ice cream.
I don't know what had
Ice cream in the desert. We are indebted to the Romans who developed the pyramid.
So that's it. Salt and crushed ice may help to create ice cream.
Yes. The knife was made out of ice cream. Yes.
If I wish to... If I wish...
This bit is, you know, a little tedious, but, you know, I know how to do it,
Ice,
so.
before begin...
It's just fine.
Holmes, look. The temperature...
Yeah, no way. There's fucking ice. And then you gotta wait till it stops. And put this in, let it go down more. Till stops. Question rise. Put it in. If you let it sit, the temperature is going to rise and it's not going to go down far enough once it has risen a certain amount. And if you do it all too fast, then you're not going to have enough to have it go down all the way. It's not going to go down. Oh shit, that was an accident. Oof. Just have one more go at it. I think we're good. But if you do it all at once, it's not going to move down enough to do it effectively. Hopefully this.
Excellent.
Yes, barely.
Now we must check to ensure that it is adequately.
Jesus, did not want to do that again.
An ice weapon for a cold-blooded murder. An
I see
ice
what you did
knife.
there.
A surprising and yet a very brilliant idea.
It's the perfect weapon. It enables one to...
And bam, Garrow with the ice knife. Solve him, because he's mentally disturbed. You know, poor guy. Alright, I'm gonna cut off the stream after this scene.
Mr. Garrow, allow me to introduce you to Dr. Watson.
Mr. Garrow, please do not be alarmed. We only wish to help you. You were under an intolerable stress, but it's over now.
What?
I can attest that your medication affected your judgment. You will not recall, but it caused you to temporarily lose control.
Did I? Are you saying I killed Sir Rodney?
I am afraid so. For as my doctor will persist in reminding me every single day, drugs can be harmful. You developed a malevolent obsession with Sir Rodney. You believed him to be unworthy, sacrilegious.
Oh, do not distress yourself. Prison is clearly not a suitable environment for you.
What is my environment, then?
You're suffering from an acute form of melancholia, but you can and will be cured. All you need is rest and detoxification. I will take care of every detail.
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. You know, I know not pretty much nobody watches these, but it's nice to make them. It's nice to make videos, even if it's not for a very large audience. But you know, thanks for watching. I'm gonna play the rest of this off camera, so I don't really expect another one. And I'll have more videos coming out. I think in the next 5 days, each day we'll have another video. So yeah, thanks for watching.